Good day. I am here to present my speech. Education. Education is vital to ensure a person's bright, successful, and fruitful future. It is more than just a privilege, it is a necessity nowadays. Without education, it will be extremely difficult and even close to impossible for a person to survive in a dangerous, crazy world as it stands right now. Unfortunately, the chaos of the world we are living in is something that will remain unchanged during my term. I do not have such a large grasp of things to do this. However, I promise that if you put your trust in me, I will be able to ensure that your children and the children of your children and so on will be able to go to schools and have amazing education in order to have perks and protections from a society that feeds upon uneducated people. Education is not an option, that I know very much. Yet our country has one of the highest school-deprived children. From the past 6 years, the Philippines has had 15 million illiterate citizens, and what is heartbreaking about this is that this number will inevitably increase as time goes on. With no one to solve this, our beloved country will be burdened with even more problems. If nothing is done about this crisis will grow faster than it can be solved. Know what is right for our country. Vote for me. I will make sure that you will be able to see the bright kids of our country compete and excel in academics. You will see them reach unbelievable feats. During my term, I promise to feed the malnourished kids of our country and to spend more funds in education to ensure that students will have amazing quality of education. Philippines is a growing country. It has lots of aspects to improve on, and I believe that health and malnutrition is one of the most major issues we have. This is even worsened as malnutrition greatly limits a student's potential for learning. UK charities Save the World says that chronically malnourished children are 20% less literate than those with healthier diet. Save the Children's chief executive, Justin Forsyth, also said that no child should be so badly malnourished that they are left permanently damaged, struggling to read or write a simple sentence. End of quote. When prolonged, malnutrition gives permanent damage, and knowing that a lot of our students have this, we must act immediately. What does it mean to be malnourished? How does it affect the students and their education? Well, malnutrition prevents students to be able to do their schoolwork at their full potential. Students who suffer from malnutrition often have no energy to study or do anything at all for that matter. For me, the most logical way to stop this is by feeding the students. True, it is easier said than done. However, I plan to involve any kind-hearted citizens like you to help in this cause. I am hoping that from the very beginning of my term, I may already be able to set these plans. My plan first involves appointing skilled employees to make ways in order to take in any donation that will be given to the students. I have taken into consideration that it is possible that not enough people will choose to donate. So, to compensate for this, I will use government funds to continuously support the children. I will make sure that completely anyone from anywhere will be able to donate. I will include online sites for those who are overseas, post offices, and others. After all donations are taken in, we will then create a rotation system wherein our main goal is to feed those students who are in need the most. It doesn't matter where they are, provinces, rural places, we will reach them. You might be wondering, where will I get all the money to achieve this? Well, that brings me to my next point. While the Philippines is slowly improving, I would like to address this very important situation. The Philippine government is not spending enough money on education. I find that this issue should be immediately resolved as our country is very lacking when it comes to schooling. It became a normal sight for us to see the news saying that we lack books, teachers, students, and classrooms. This should not be the case, and we should not just stand at the sidelines. I encourage you all to keep supporting our country by constantly donating. However, I will not let you carry all the burden. As I said earlier, the government is not spending enough on education. Therefore, I promise that during my term, I will immediately change this. Whatever percentage that they are using now for education, I will increase, as it is definitely shown that it's not enough. DepEd says that we are lacking about 50,900 classrooms and we are short for about 74,000 teachers. Children are the future. That is something I put my faith on. This is a view that a lot of people share. However, unlike others, I do not sit idly for someone to take action. I put matters into my own hands, and I invite you to do the same. Children are the future. How will this happen if they are starving? How will this be attained when they cannot even have a table or a book all for themselves? By a simple vote, you are already making this country into a better place. A place where we help children harness and hone their skills. If I get the position, I do not want you to stop with just a vote. I want you to help me, support me, and put your trust in me. The children are the future. Let's make it happen. Thank you very much.